Ready for the charts again. Another week of charts. We've been trading 2 weeks live on YouTube. And currently we've got a 100% win rate, which is fantastic. So let's see if we can carry it on. So let me just set up the chat, guys, and then I'll get amongst a top-down analysis. Come on. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? No. Okay. Move. Yes. Okay, lovely, we're on. We are on.
Tottenham cruising.
Good morning, my mate. How are you doing?
Great.
Yeah. Are you ready to go this week? Oh, mate, your signal's terrible. Yep, it's terrible.
Got 1.5% on my account.
Oh, go on, son. That's what we like.
Good start on Mondays.
Yeah, we've got quite a few people starting their challenges today. From what I'm hearing.
That's good.
Which is nice. Which is nice.
I tell you what, man, them new wing backs, Sarah and Vicky's on about. They're amazing.
Are they?
Ah, mate, the class side. It's just you're just maximising the trades better because you're catching the move, but you're catching like the pullback as well.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I didn't need to tell you if a wing back's mate.
Nice. Well, you know what it is. All you're doing is, once you've had that break, you're going to get that pullback. So why can't we exploit that? You know what I mean? That's all it is.
I think we're just getting a lower revenue, aren't you?
Yeah. Did you have a good weekend, like?
Yeah, it was good. It was. Can't even remember what I did really. No flash, like just. I went out on Friday for a few draws with my mates.
Oh.
Practicing for the Christmas party.
You're gonna need it, mate. All drinks free. Loads of alcohol. Last year I bought a bottle of champagne, an expensive bottle of champagne, and I literally had to share it out amongst our table, and everyone had like half a shot, mate. Half a shot. It was just like half a shot each.
Well, in them bottles of champagne when you're getting out in them, mate.
Yeah, I know. Right, mate, I'm just about to do a top down. Just sort my chat out. Chat keeps cutting off. I have to keep changing the chat. Yeah, I'm on YouTube now.
Too bad. I'll not swear then.
To be honest, I don't think it makes much of a difference because the videos are down as over 18 anyway.
I will fuck them then.
Right, okay, let's get amongst it. I didn't trade Thursday, didn't trade Friday. So I don't actually have a clue what's going on at the minute. I haven't done any analysis whatsoever. So this is my first time since Wednesday last week. We're on 100% win rate on stream so far, which is nice. So, let's have a look at price then. So we know the previous month is bullish, heavily bullish as well. Okay, now we didn't break above the highs. Okay, we haven't broke out, so that tells us that this candle is either going to close doji or bearish, heavily bearish. Okay, we don't know until obviously it closes. 10 days left of the month. Now what I do notice though is even when we respect these zones, we still pop up. We still pop up to these levels at 2065. So, and I do believe if we want to break below this, we have to pop up to this round here. If we're going to break below this, I don't think price will be able to break through unless it pops up. So it's just working out when is it going to pop up. Is it going to pop up on this monthly candle, or is this going to close like this and then the new candle opens up, pops up, and then flips and ends up like that? We don't know. That's what we've just got to watch price on lower time frames to work out what it's going to do. Now we've sort of had a pullback on this candle now, and we're pulling back. We're going into the last quarter. Well, I say last quarter, the last half even of the month. So is this the pullback in order for this candle to flip and pop up? So for example, are we going to be heavily bullish this week, get all the way up to these levels, and then the week after, for the last 5 days, are we then going to pull back and close doji? A bit like what this has done. Is that what is going to happen, or are we going to push further to tap the low? Now price has tapped previous support, so this is previous support, this one, and we filled the range now, so technically we should be coming back down, as in the body of the candle should be coming back down. But it's just whether we tap this level first before we start heading down. I don't know, so we've just got to wait it out and see. We've got to look at lower time frames and see how we can catch a move. So at the minute on the monthly, we can do anything. We don't know if it's bearish, bullish, what. If anything, we've closed respected, so this could just close as it is now, so we could get some consolidation. We don't know until lower time frames settle for us. Okay, so that's the monthly. Weekly, what's the weekly doing? So the weekly's closed bullish, however it's closed respecting this support, so therefore, so we broke out. Did we fill the range? There is a support here, so price is currently in this range here. We've been to the bottom, tapped the bottom, closed respecting. We've now at the top, closed respecting. Therefore, we're still in this range. Therefore, we should be coming back down to fill the range. Okay, unless this candle breaks out. Is it going to break out? We don't know. So the weekly, the weekly has closed heavily bullish, but it didn't close back in a range. It didn't even close above this. So again, the weekly can do anything. It's filled the range, so we don't know where this is going. This, is this going to break the highs, or is it going to come back down? We don't actually know, so it's a bit tricky at the minute. So indecision on the monthly, indecision on the weekly. Now daily, where have we closed on the daily? So we've closed respecting this area. Here's the daily range here. Yeah, okay, so that's the daily range there. We closed doji on the daily. See, this is where these ranges are not the best, because let me put trend instructor and see what that looks like. Didn't even give nothing near us. So these ranges are not the cleanest, so we've got to work out the best fit. So there is a support here. Did we close respecting? Yeah, I think we did. Okay, so currently we're still in this range, so therefore we should be coming down. We closed bearish as well on Friday, so therefore we should be bearish today. That would mean the weekly having a pullback. That would mean the monthly coming back down. So whether it's going to do that. So the daily itself, yeah, I mean this could carry on, to be fair, because if you look at price when you close respecting these levels, even if you want to drive and break the high, you're going to have to come back down to tap. To tap 1954. Is that right? So close respecting, back down 1954, and then you back up. This one came straight through. This one came, tapped 1954, back up, tapped. So there is quite a prominent area where price rejects from. So if we can get a pullback down to here, that we need to see on the lower time frames what that looks like for a potential wing back. I mean, it's some pips that, or to get down there. It might not get down in London. I don't know. Well, let's have a look. I'm going to leave that on though. So look, the 4 hour. So 4 hour. Where's the 4 hour ranges? So you saw that like a cow here. Now you're pushing. You've got an hour and 30 left of this candle. The range on the 4 hour. It says there. Oh, is it? Because there is like a range here, isn't there? So there's a range there on the 4 hour. What does that look like where we're at? See, it's messy here now. Yeah, it goes right through. So it means we've got to cut out the mess. Where do we cut out the mess? I don't think 4 was best for us, to be honest with you. We're probably going to have to, because at any point, if you think about it, this 4 hour hasn't broke the low here. It hasn't broke out. So currently, the 4 hour is still in like this range here. So what does that mean? Well, that means that this candle could flip at any moment to the upside, at any moment, and come and fill this wick. So we've just got to be careful. 4 hour ranges though are hard to work out, so I'm going to have to skip to the 1 hour. So what's the 1 hour doing? Okay, so we've got an hour here. Let's have a look at this. So price broke out below this area here. What's this area? Yeah, that's a nice zone. So every time we break below here, where do we go? So we had a break straight through. They all seem to tap 1974. This one didn't tap actually. Let's move that a bit closer just to rule this out. So break, break, tap, 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 straight through. Okay, so if they all seem to tap 1975.22, can we not just ride it down? So break through, break back in through. I just want to look at some previous data. Break below, back up. You'd have to use the highs for stops. It's not too bad. Because I wouldn't mind taking that, because that's it's just the weeklies pullback. Weekly and the monthlies pushing further down, and it's the weekly candle pullback. But I don't just want to get in. I'd like to get a pullback on this candle, but I just don't know whether we're going to get it. Break below, Can we come back up and tap 1980? We've already done it. We've already done it. So this 8 o'clock candle would have been perfect, really, because you've had a clear break on the hour, and then you had a decent pullback. Now, it did tap previous support as well, so it's touching all these candles. So it would have been perfect, but we've sort of missed this now. I do try and get on at 8 AM, to be fair, but kids, man, taxis come at 8 o'clock. So this is probably just going to come and fill the range. Now, we probably can't take anything unless we get a break below here on the trend instructor indicator. Yeah, so what's the next candle to close? 30 minutes. 30. Let's see what happens when the 30 closes like this. Does it just pop down? 30 closes, does pop down. I was thinking, can we get a pullback? Can we get a pullback to back up to 1980? of what's this here? 14 pips, 28 pips. But that's already tapped this area. So even when it taps that area, does it push that high? Now, are we going to push that high? We haven't filmed on this one, did I? So what I'm trying to say is, if we don't come and tap 1974 on the new 30, where does it pull back to? Well, it looks like it's pulling back to here. So you've had a break, you've got a pull back, and then it flips. So therefore, can we take a win back from there with a break, pull back? The only issue we have is we've had two candles moving down instead of the one. I suppose there's two there, but this one's already tapped, so that's what I'll be after, guys. If price can come back up, I don't know whether it's going to get that far though, that's the thing. But if price can come up, I'll be taking a win back sell from there. Because where if we close like this, I don't know whether it's going to get that high up, that's the issue. Maybe this one might do it. Win back sell, where would take partial? Unless the whole move's a fake out. I would think that I think the hour's got to fill this range. It's got to fill this range. So I don't think we're going to get a fake out in this hour. If anything, we'll get a fake out in the new hour. But if this goes, guys, it's not our trade to take. Just don't get any formal. But if we do get a pullback, I will be looking to take it. Like 3 candles there, isn't there? So 3 candles. Sort of, see, when it trickles down like this, it's so hard to get in. Yeah, I'm not too sure we're going to get that pullback like. Just thinking, could you have gone off a sell stop underneath? What's a 15s like? Lovely 15 braid. Let's have a look at the 15s. If this doesn't go, see if we can get in on a 15. It's tough on the 15, mind, because it can just pull back at any point. the hour really, what signs. So this is where we are now, isn't it? So we can get a pullback. What's this? So 1978. Could we not get a pullback to that? Bring it below. Pips. Probably were. Yeah. Okay, that's if we don't tap 1974. Oh, looks like we're bloody going at me. This breaks past this wick, it's probably going to push through, but if we don't tap 1974 and we do pull back, we'll be looking at entries at 1978 if it allows us to get in. I just don't think it's going to. That hour was a lovely trade, really small. I'll have to ground the kids now, won't I? Not getting ready in the morning, not getting up early enough. Making me miss a beautiful trade. We are driving. I can't even take a 5 at the minute. It's in a lovely zone as well, guys. It's going to come and tap 1974. Now, I can't do anything. We're going to have to wait for the hour now, really. So because the 5s are breaking the lows now. So the 5s broke the low. Can the 5 pull back up? What happens when you get a 5 break below there? 5 break. And you come down. Fifteen's flipping, isn't it? It's 15 pulling back there. Ooh. Pips are. Big pips. 8 minutes. I need to see what the 15 does when it closes respecting. See, I'm not keen on the 15, but now that's done a bottom wick first, I don't like it coming back up. So if anything with the 15, I'd want 1979. Tapped. Yeah, and then this off the 15. And this one. There's times where it can tap 1979.31 and then drop, but most of the time you do sort of hit 1979.68. Second entry would be max sells, that would be second entry, then bring that down 22.50. if we don't, that's if we don't tap this. Okay, so if we price pushes up 1979.66, I'll be looking at an entry, guys. Get on the signals channel. But if we come and tap 1979, then this is void. We're gonna have to wait for the hour close. Be looking at something like this. Okay. Now stops have to be up here, which I don't like them, but they've got to be. Take partial move to break even would be 1977.65. Is that 10 pips? No, it's not. Okay, we'll be here then. Stop now. Our targets, the lows really. Because that's a daily low, 1954. Stop is 1988.7. Partial move to break even. 1978.27. Now our target is the daily target 1954. 1, 3, 4. Yeah, cool. Now, like I mentioned, it's key that we don't tap 1974 first. Okay, we've got to pull back first and then go. Now I'm hoping that, because you haven't had much of a top wick on this candle, but these have had wicks, so this could be making up for it basically. So I'm hoping we can just pop back up and tap, because why aren't we just dropping through the floor now? The fives broke the highs, which is a good sign. That's what I've got going on at the minute, guys. Pips. Okay, 5. Come on, get back up there. Now, if the hour fills the range and breaks below 1974, we could just look for a breakout. So we look at sell stops, we wait for a pullback, and we look for sell stops to come back down. Because the next range on the hour, where should we be popping? We should be popping down to 1969 levels. At least coming down to 1972, but if not, trying to aim for 1965, which is the daily range, basically coming back down. So hopefully we can get a breakout. These big candles here, lovely. Lovely. What's this? Hour break, so yeah, the hours always come down. This one didn't. That one might be better. Hour break, this one didn't work. This one came right back up, but you'd have to have stops above there. bit messy like this, you've got to cut out the mess. Hour break, then you come down. Hour break. It's a fake out, so you'd need to pull back. So we've just got to find clean ranges where price goes straight through. Once you've had a break below, where does price go? And if 100% of the time it comes down to that level, then trading is just probabilities. You know it's going to come down to that level. The hour might not be the best time frame to do it on. Best of ranges that. Don't like it. If anything, there's an hour range here. Hour close, you push. Hour close, you pushed at least 70. Back into the range. Tap. Break below, tap. Or he filled the range one candle up. Break below, didn't tap. Came back up. Would have tapped, so we can get away with stops at 1983, and this should be tapping 1970. Oh, let's see, how did we close on that 15? Oh, okay, so the 15th closed bullish. So this, when you're getting something like this, why hasn't it drove? So I'm hoping this wick isn't enough fuel for it to drive, because sometimes you can get that where the new candle will just drive through now. But if this candle can come up, just tap above here, and then tap us in, that'd be lovely. Because what would that be? That would be the 30 pulling back to tap. It's just whether it's going to pull that far back. Now, worst case, all we do is if price does close back above into the range, you're not just going to drive anywhere. You're gonna pull back with a new candle. So if the 30 closes back in, that's our sign, right? We need to get out. The new 30 should pull back anyway, back to at least break even, because that's previous support. If you look here, yeah, that's where we get out the trade, and then this could just flip and carry on driving to the upside. But 9 times out of 10, we always tap 1974 off the hour, and that's why we need this pullback first. Because if we tap this first, that means we could just power straight through if need be, and this wouldn't be valid. Just want to see with the hour, 30 minutes left of the hour. Where's this hour gone? Where's this hour gone? What's this here? So these are support round here, off the hour. But then they all still do come down to tap 1974. Look, break below, new hour pullback. Oh, did a push first? That's the thing. We come from the top. Look at the hour on here. God, we're really bearish, aren't we? Come on, don't fill that range. Come back. Take us with you. Doesn't quite make it, that one. There's no top wick on this 15, so as long as this 15 doesn't break the low, so it doesn't break this wick, at any point this 15 could flip to the upside. Now, let's put our trend structure on. See, it's just hovering in a range at the minute. These 15s come straight through. So look, this is what we're tapping at here. We're tapping this. So what does that mean? We need a pullback. Are we going to push straight through? Therefore this wouldn't work. We haven't pulled back to that area, 1979. Or have we? No, we haven't. Come on, stay up there. Literally, if we were on just before 8, or I tried to get on before, we would have caught that lovely hour trade there. Would be well in profit right now. But it wasn't our trade to take, was it? So we can't take it. 15 close. I think the hour's going to be the one, guys. See what the hour's going to do in 9 minutes. Because we're literally tapping this area. But why are we not driving? We haven't drove yet. So it's telling us there's not enough liquidity to drive, so we need to pull back. But where are we going to pull back to? Some of them pull back up here. Previous day is not the cleanest, really. You don't mind what mics? Okay. Okay, so 15, because this could just pop back down. I mean, what if we got a 5 below there? No top wick on these. 16 pips. I'm not take that like. So if we get a 5 close below here, what happens? If you've got a clean traffic zone where price comes straight through every time, then yeah, you could take it if it's like 100%. But it doesn't look. 5 close back in. So you need like a close below that. Even that doesn't do it. So it's difficult. Can't really take them. Look, even these don't do it. Can't do anything. We need a pullback. Up, back. What's that? Yeah, the 5s tend to come back in 1978 and then can come through. Is that what you're gonna do? What it is, when you're looking at these wing backs, right, you can't. I mean, sometimes the 5s, look, we've closed down here, okay. Then the pullback comes to 1978, and then it comes through and taps the zone. But the issue you've got is, if this is not a pullback and price is going to push, the advantage point is here. So if price does close and push above the advantage point, you can't get out on the pullback. You can't get out because it's not going to pull back that far. So the wing backs, you need to try and get them further away as possible, but where it's realistically got a chance of tapping. The 5s look nice, but if price is gonna power on up further, we're gonna get caught out, I think. That's if we don't fill the range. We broke the lows now, haven't we? 15's gonna fill the ranges. Broke the lows in the 15. As long as we close respecting. Because the 5s do tend to come into here, don't they? Look at this. Messy, this bit. Very messy. Back in. It's not even the best, is it? Can't do now with you guys. I have to wait for the hour. Wait for the hour close. Go from there. That would have been a lovely entry, that though. Whoa. See, because I'm saying that price taps 1979, but has it already done it? On the 15s, it looks like it would come back up, but is this it? The hour's already done it, so it doesn't really need to. That's the issue. So I think we've sort of missed this move. We've just got to wait for this hour close. See how it closes really. Hopefully it won't tap 1974, and the new hour pulls back, and we can get in off the new hour. Time will tell. We've got 4 minutes left. So we're going to have to wait for 4 minutes. Come on, 15, get up there. What are we doing? Ooh, so we've done a bottom wick. Bottom wick, and we've flipped. The 15's flipped. No news today at all. Nice. Is this 15 gonna flip and pull back for it? Look at the 5. So what I want to see is New hours close, and when we get an hour close like this, what happens to price? So close, power through, close, we pull back, pull back to there. We still didn't tap that early, did we? Fancy for getting our close below this. Close, back up, tap, and also tap that. Close, up, tap. So all the hours do come back down. Sometimes they come through to the second entry, back down. So if we close respecting this area in 1977, we should be good. Even if the hour closes bearish, it doesn't drop from there. Can't move that up to like that. Not much of a difference, but I just want to make sure we would catch it at this point. New hours broke below. Okay, so new hour broke below. It doesn't need much of a pullback, and it could come and fill the range. Broke below, fill the range. Broke below. If we do get a pullback, we could potentially just get a sell stop on. Broke below, pullback to 1978. That's where we would need a pullback to 1978.23 for a sell stop. That might be New York by the time we get up here. Up below, back up. This is quite a zone here, 1978.29. But I don't know if I can take that as a wing back, because some of them do power through to the next zone. There's your 11 pips, mind. Up below, didn't come back. Pips. Yeah, look, this is what I don't like. So these are the ones we've got to be careful of. So look, you closed, not breaking this low, but you've already tapped this. Then the new hour powers straight through. So it doesn't even come back to your break even. So it won't even give you a chance to get out. It might be tricky taking this. I need to confirm that every time you break below here. Well, whether the forward should give us that. We haven't broke out on the forward. That's the thing, because this forward can still flip to the upside at any point. It's got an hour left. So if this hour so I want to see, what do I want to see here? When we get an hour break below here, where do we come? We either come to 1977 or we come to 1974. We broke below all these. think we're going to tap 1978 and then flip. I could be wrong. So I'm just cautious of the 4 hour now, because the 4 hour could just flip at any point, and if this is the 4 hour flip, that means if this hour pulls back, hits our wing back zone for a sell, it could flip. It's not going to come back. It's going to flip and drive, I would think. So we'll be gambling on whether this 4 hour is going to break the lows, basically. Look, it's tapped it and it's pulling back. Depends if this flips now. There's previous data, it's not really clear from here. There's loads of times where price can come down at different levels. So anything in here I don't want to take, because at any point in here it can turn, but they do tend to tap 1974, but I'm on about closes of candles. I think if anything we look on the smaller time frame, and I mean no bottom on this 15. This is probably still on, but our get out would be whether the 15 breaks above, because the 15 zone, yeah, so there's the 15 zone there. So if the 15 breaks above there, like that, that would be our sign to get out. So on the pullback at break even, you'd look to get out, because this would be the 4 hour. This is the last hour of the 4 hour. So that's probably going to drive from there. And you found out the other day. What did you find out the other day? That would be... Why is that out? Why is it called XAUUSD, Andy? Mr. Facts, Mr. Fun Facts. Why? Go on, tell us. Put it in the chat. So yeah, so if the 15 closes above, that would be confirmation. You might not even get that much of a pullback. Hopefully it'll be enough for us to get out, ready for the flip, because that would be the last hour driving. Because that, why would it drive? Because that would be the 4 hour flipping. So this trade's still on. It's still on. But I was signed to get out is the 15-minute close back in that range. Now, what's nice is we still haven't tapped this. However, previous data showed us that when the hour breaks below 1977.10, the new hour tends to pull back to tap 1978.27 and then go. So it's done that, came up, it's tapped it. And now this could easily flip and drive to the downside, but I can't take it. I need 1979, because I know that previous data, you come up here the majority of the time. So that's what I want to see, but it can also go from here. So unfortunately we've just got to wait and be patient and disciplined. Key. AU is the chemical symbol for gold. Is it? Okay. Guess what silver is? No. But where's the X come from then, Andy? Lovely tap that though, wasn't it? Tap and just pulled away. How many pips is that? No drawdown. You would have had your pips as well. AG is silver, hence XAG. Don't know about the... My heart's in the way. Don't know about the X. Alright. So you don't actually know why it's called XAU. So you just know that AU is chemical symbol for gold. Come back to me when you know what the X means in gold. Do you like my post yesterday, Andy? Me and you, Lord of the Rings. Ready to go? Okay, boss. Back in the day, that's right. You know. Yeah, it was funny, wasn't it? Really, do you know what? It suited you. You'd look good with like white hair like that. Like a Targaryen off Game of Thrones. I'm in the middle of watching, we watched the whole of Game of Thrones again, me and Emma. And it was better than the first 2 times I watched it. Watched it all again, and I've just finished last night House of the Dragon. This is going to flip this 15. And we just finished House of the Dragon again last night. Can't wait for season 2. Best thing on telly. It's not rubbish, Andy. You've got to watch it. You've got to not just 3 episodes. You've got to like watch it. Trust me, it takes over your life. Look at this 15. This 15 looks like it's going to drive. Look at that, guys. Exactly what I said. Do you know what? I have days where price goes exactly the way I said it's going to go all day, but I haven't caught 1 pip. That's trading for you. That's what happens sometimes. You sort of know because price is showing you, and I don't guess. I'm just reading the charts. I'm just seeing what price is showing me. But sometimes if it doesn't come to the area you want it to come to, you just can't take it. It's a bit skew-iff at the minute because all these zones, it's like sometimes price taps this and rejects. 60% of the time it taps this, 20% of the time it taps this, and 10% it taps this. So it's like, it's all about probability. At what point, which one do you take? Which one's the best percentage? That's the one you've got to take, and you've got to wait, because no doubt we've all done it. We've all done it. No doubt we entered here, and price just carried on. No doubt that's what would happen. But yeah. Good morning, Nate. How you doing, mate? Looks like I've missed the move again. We all missed the move, mate. I'm not in this. We've all missed the move. The hour, the kids' taxi comes at 8, so it's like I'd like to take the taxi, but 8 o'clock candle was lovely. We had an 8 a.m. breakout, and then we had a perfect pullback to the zone. I'll show you. So there was the 8 o'clock breakout. This one, okay, broke through all this mess, and then we had a pullback, tapped previous support perfectly. We would have been in here like, and then I flipped and just drove. Now we should be coming down to tap 1974, but if it doesn't tap 1974 and comes back up and taps our 1979, then we're in. But it's a slim chance. I have just said that you can tap this and then drop. So that's what it's looked like it's doing. 15, you get a nest play as well. So if you don't know what nest play is, guys, if you for the non-members who hasn't done our course, we teach this on our course. So nest play is basically when price moves between zones, how candles move. So you've had a breakout, so the new candle should pull back and then flip to fill the rest of the range. That's what tends to happen. However, sometimes if this closes bullish but still closes respecting this range, you're technically still in this range. So therefore price should still be coming down to fill the range. So what will happen with the next candle? New candle will open up, pull back, and then flip, and this candle will be the one that fills the range. So then this whole move is what we call a nest play. But price is pushing up now, so we're probably not going to get that either. So we sort of want a 15 bullish close, really. Price is struggling. If this 15 closes back in the range, it shows that this probably not enough liquidity to get down here. So therefore we need to break this to grab some more fuel in order to get down to this level. So hopefully we can get up to here, and that'll be enough fuel in order to push and break this low to get down to its target on a higher time frame, because that's the higher time frame target, isn't it? The hours tend to come and tap 1974. Oh, the X is short for index, so index gold. Ah, ooh, okay, okay. I like it. We're still waiting for it, Nate. We're not there yet. We're not in any trades. We've got nothing set at the minute. I do know the 4 was going to close. The thing what we're cautious of, and this is why I need that pullback, because the 4 this previous 4 didn't actually break this low. So technically the 4 is still in, what is this 4 range? Let's say in this, there's a minor range here, but that, even if it was that, it's either that or up here, right? But even if let's say if we go off that, the 4 was technically still in this range. Therefore, where should it be coming? Well, it should be coming to fill this range, shouldn't it? So that means that this 4 can flip at any moment. Now, what would be best to do really is wait for this 4 to break the low, and then grab a pullback. So if this 4 breaks the low and doesn't tap 1974, then pullback we can look to get in, but we've got to be careful because the 4s, look at these 4s here. So this 4, this first one, didn't actually tap this zone and then shot off back up. So that's what we want to rule out really. So it's a bit of a dodgy one at the moment, because if this 4 is going to flip, there's still 44 minutes, so still loads of time for it to flip. But it means this, in order for this 4 to flip, right, so if we mark up the flip of this 4, let's say that's the flip, right, that's the body, so if we go to 1 hour, so it means this 1 hour needs to pull all the way and close above there like that. That's what it needs to do in order for the 4 to flip. But then if the 4 is going to flip and drive, not flip and drive, but flip and drive, you're then looking at a big 1 hour candle, something like that. And are you going to get it? You could do, because that's what price can do. But you've then got to say, well, what fuel do you need in order for this hour to do this? You haven't even broke this low yet. Do you know what I mean? It hasn't picked up liquidity yet, because liquidity is all below here. So is it likely that this hour is going to do that? Probably not, because you haven't even broke any lows. So if price does pull back and wants to break above, you probably, if you break back into the range, the new hour would probably have to come back down, create a bottom wick to then flip anyway. That's why we've got win back sells on from here. But we are cautious that the 4 could flip and drive, and that this could have been the liquidity grab. We don't know. We don't know. Because the hours, I mean, I want to see when you get an hour close below here. This is the thing with these hours, man. Broke below that. Close respect. This is what we don't want, where you get worn out. That's what I was on about. But still, you came down to tap 1974. We haven't tapped it in order to do this. I do feel that if you're going to drive up like these big candles here, you've got to tap at least 1974 in order to do it. Whisper in the wind. There's none where price just breaks below and then comes back. Whisper in the wind. Oh, bloody hell, we're nearly there, yeah. 40 minutes left. What's the 30 done? Okay. 15. Okay, stand by, guys. Stand by. Stand by. What do I want to see? We've had a nice big 5 pushing candle. Okay, I need to see some sort of no top wick or the 5 still in this range. I can't take this yet. 15's got 2 5-minute candles left on it. We need to see. I need to see this 5 close respecting. If this breaks above, we're not taking this, okay? Or not yet either. We close respecting. Fell in love with you. What's the 15? Is this 15 gonna flip? Come on, don't pull back. Don't be pulling back on me. 10 minutes left of this 30. I don't like how this hour's done a bottom wick. I would think you've got to, even if the hour breaks back above, you still got to come back down, don't you? But weather. Ooh, fucking hell. So we've closed respecting, but we've pulled back first. So that means if this flips now, it could drive. Oh, was that the pullback and it's just missed us? Which it could be. Could very much be. 8 minutes left this 30, so I would think if the 30 closes respecting, you've technically closed respecting on the 30 to go back into the range, therefore the new 30 should pull back down anyway. Okay, let's see if we can get back up. There's 5 flips. See, what you want to see here, you ideally want to see this 5 no top wick, so you know the next one's going to close bearish. Okay, and then you've got a greater chance of it pulling back down. Now, this has missed us about, well, actually, this was my entry, but I would have missed this by about 2 pips or something. Because this is what I don't want. See how you get these big candles here? That's what we don't like. Oh, what we don't. Big pushing candle. Doesn't quite make it, does it? These little zones just below where it's tapped 1979. Because if you look at the 4 now, right? 4's pulling 30 minutes left of the 4. The 4's probably not going to. It's just whether the 4's going to create a steep top wick, come back down. Just wait for my call here, guys, right? We're close. So whether this 5's going to flip, because if this is the 15, we don't want the 15 closing back in, so the 15 is allowed to close respecting, right? Because I'm sure from what I've seen before, the 15s do come back close, look. But you do tap this one, so are you going to come up and tap that? if you close respecting back up like this. Here's another little area here. I just want to mark this up. So 15 close, 15 pull back. Oh, we're going to come straight through like that. So we're not in anything at the minute. 15 up. Even when you close respecting, you can. We haven't done this yet, have we? So we're maybe on this first leg here. So we're going to come and tap 1982, or we're going to flip and change from 1979. Interesting, interesting. One big pushing candle. This is what we've got. One big pushing candle like that. So 1979. This is what we're trying to see if we're at. Are we at this? Or are we going to push straight through? I think we're at that, aren't we? Okay. So let's see. See if this, the new 15. If the new 15, this would be perfect, right? If the new 15, this closes respecting. New 15 opens up, pushes up first with no bottom wick, and then it's got more chance of it flipping to the downside, and we've caught the move. If it opens up and pulls back first, it means then it could push and drive further. But we've got 3 zones here what we can potentially take a trade on, but the lower time frames have to line up for us. I mean, we were literally about how many pips away for that there? Because if this taps our blue, that would have been a lovely trade. 2 pips, less than 2 pips away from our entry there. But it wasn't our trade to take, was it? No top wick on the 5, so can we pop back up? Can we pop back up? If we get a 5 close like this, you break them back below this range. New 5 opens up, which is a new 15. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. New 15 opens up, pops up, taps, flips back down to the downside. That would be nice for us. 33 minutes. Look at that, man. 2 pips out. This is going to flip now, isn't it? I've had trades where they've literally shot through the floor for 50, 60 pips. Yeah, with like 3 candles or something. 3 5-minute candles. And I missed the trade by like 1 pip. I've had loads of trades like that. Literally no drawdown. Just pure misters. Ooh, little bugger. I don't know whether we're going to get back up, that's the thing. I mean, this 5's got no top wick, but this one's got a top wick, so it's whether this is create the top wick for this. New 15 is going to be key. Now, if the 15 does close respecting our blue line at 1978.27, then the new 15 would line us up perfect if the new 15 pops up. But it's got to close respecting. new 15 can come and tap 1981. That would be a better entry, really. If the 15 can stay down in these levels, we're sort of like this, aren't we? So if the 15 closes like this, you close back into the range. Is the new 15 then going to... We can't take this swing back now, right? Because the 15's closed back into that range, so therefore we'd have to take the one higher up, I would think. Because where if we close on the 15, so we close like this. Yeah, you either pop up, come to these levels. Okay. No bottom wick. If we can pop up to the next zone, probably look to take that. Okay. But at the moment, 5. Now it's doing what we wanted though. It's just the 15's broke back into this little range, but you haven't broke back above this yet. So what's the 30 done? So the 30 again. So if we can break the highs, tap 1980. Come on, get up there. 1980. Oh, look. That's where we closed 30, yeah. So 1979 looks like it could still be on, to be fair. Close respect. It's not the nicest of range, to be honest, guys. It is really squiff. 30. Back up. You've had no bottom wick though. No bottom wick on the 30. No bottom on the 15. But is this the 4 trying to drive? Because if you look at the 4 now, look, it's pulling back. If we can tap up to 1980, see how this 5 closes. So this 5 closes respect in these zones, and we get a new 5 bearish, and then the new 5 pops up. Probably look to take it. The reason I don't like it is because the 4 could flip to the upside. We might as well wait for the forward close. I think that's what I want to do, really. I want to wait for the forward close. Because this 4, look, I mean, look at the 4 pulling back now. 26 minutes left. And because the 15's broke back into this range, the next range is, it's just there, this range. But 15, couldn't we take 15? Now, if we do get up to here though, 1981, I will be getting it. Oh, that's a lovely big 5 candle, that. 4 was really putting me off here, guys, but this is looking nice. Because the 5 should be coming back to tap. This is what does. This is what Forex does. It tries to suck you in. It tries to suck you on. Lines up certain things and makes it. Everything's got to feel right. And at the minute, the 4 hour. I'm cautious of the 4 hour. That's all it is. That's all it is. But this could still play out. I mean, you could be in this now, really. But because we've closed in this area, it means the new candle sort of can just reach further and then pull back. And the better advantage point you've got, you know, it's better. So I am after like these levels, really. Can't really take this, but this could play out. But you can't have FOMO like it was no trade to take. But this could flip at any point. This could be the move here. Oh look, it's dropping. Oh, the 15's gonna flip. With the 15. Come on, don't be the move. Don't be the move. It means that if the new forward closes like this, we're probably then going to get a top wick before driving, and then a flip to the downside. Or are we just going to come and fill the range? Because this 15 looks like it's going to flip, doesn't it? So if this 15 is going to flip, so what can we do? If you get a 5 close back into the range here, we get a top wick. But it's got to happen with the next 5-minute candle. So this 5's got to close back in the range. Then we've got one 5-minute candle left on the 15. So that means a new 15 would be dodgy taking that 5, because that would be the 15 pushing if it wants to carry on driving. But couldn't we just take a sell stop below? Two minutes for a 5 closure. I mean, what was that already? 30 pips. What is this 15 gonna do? That's a question. What's this 15 gonna do? If it wasn't for the forward, guys, we would have been in this. It would have been in this. Or if this forward, this one here, it broke below this, again, we would have been in this. But that's the only thing what's put me off, is the 4 could flip at any point. Any moment in time. This 15's interesting, like, if this closes doji, what does that mean? What does that mean? See you later, Nate, mate. Closest doors in the next 15 come on. See if this forward closes on the 15 now. Oh my god. My bad, guys. My bad. It hasn't lined up right for me, that's all. 4 hour. I just want to confirm that the forward's not going to flip to the upside. If you get a 15 close like this, that's probably confirmation the forward's not going to flip, because you're going into the last 15 of the forward. Probably unlikely. Now, 1, 2. Because you still haven't tapped 1974, remember? So is this the 15 coming back down to do that? So ideally what we want to see is the 15 closing back below here. New 15 pull back. Can we get enough of that pull back? Need 15 close below that. Look at it, powered down now. Oh, who's getting 4 more? Who wishes to win that trade? Is it going to break the laws? See, it didn't give me no sign really, as in no bottom wick on this candle. One of them days for me, guys. Mondays, I'm always a bit tired on Mondays. Takes me Monday to get back into the swing of things, but I'd rather be right on the trade and not take it than take a trade where I didn't feel 100% on and it's wrong. That's what you got to say to yourself. I love just watching price when you're not in it. Now, what could we do here though? 15. Can't do anything. We're going to have to wait for the fall now, because the fall could just easily come and fill this range. And then what do we want to see then? What if the forward fills the range? We're then going to have to wait. Probably New York session for another setup, really. I mean, technically, this was the liquidity grab for this to drive. Even the hour's gonna flip. Oh well, guys, we missed them. We missed the first one at 8 o'clock. It was a lovely setup at 8 o'clock. Missed that. I was a bit late, and then we were about 80% feeling good on the trade, but still, I've got to be 100%. And the only reason because that 4 hour could still flip to the upside. And that's all it was. Obviously, it's not going to flip because the 15's closed. Bearish now. So the new 15 will probably push further down. I'm just thinking, can we not get in on the pullback? Because it's the last 15 of the forward. It means the forward's probably going to want to come and fill the range. So if that's the case, we get back up. Can we get back up and tap 1979? So what would this be? Could we do that? Because this is, I don't know if this hour's going to flip. I think this hour's probably going to close bullish, but then the new hours will push it through with the 4. So could we not just take the 15? Ah, look, I'd have to pull up first, so that's the thing. It's a 5 still. If the 15 comes back, right? I think we're going to have to wait for this hour close, guys. The 4 hour. We're going to have to wait for the 4 hour now. Right? There were decent setups, but I personally just couldn't take them. Now, I think we wait for the 4 hour. This one's still on, right? Because this is sort of high time frame wing back. So that one can stay where it is. We wait for the 4 hour close in 13 minutes. And then we also need to look at the hour as well. Because the hours, we're probably going to have to go off the hour. Yeah, we'll have to go off the hour. I'm going to go make a cup of tea, guys. And then I'll be back on in 10 minutes. Okay. So I will be back in 10 minutes. Let me just put one in for the... back in a sec. Okay, let's have a look. Hour closing. See, the 4's not moved, has it? 15. Not moved for. What I don't like, we do need to come and tap. So could we not just take a 4-hour breakout? Don't actually need to tap, do we? Yeah. This is the thing with this 4-hour, so if you look at this one, right, even when you got a break to the low, you still didn't tap 19. Maybe this range is not right. So even if you go there, right, I mean, you haven't tapped that, but because if the hour closes back in, could we not take a buy back up to 1988? Because that's where the 4 hours go. Excuse me. Because how are we looking here? 15th closing, respecting this area. You get an hour. See, because we're probably in this here. So this area. Where you've closed respecting, now it happens, you just start making your way up. But you can't take that because you've had a forward break out to the low. So you can't take buys unless you break back above. Where do we need to break back above? So we close respecting there. Respecting doesn't come up. Close respecting. This one comes up and flips and fills the range. Close respecting comes straight through. Close respecting. Up, back down. What is this range? Range is 22 pips, so that could potentially work. What else have we got? Close respected, straight through. Yeah, I can't do anything here, guys. It's probably going to be no trade for me. We need to. Let me just do another top down. Clear the chart. We want to see how this forward closes, right? Let's see how this forward closes, and then we can go from there. Because if this forward closes like this, you should at least come and fill the wick. At least come and fill the wick. So therefore, but it's whether we get a top wick first and then come down. Now, I'm thinking whether we could just take a breakout. So if the 4, but it's just the ranges are sort of not the best, really. So if we get a close below here, could we just take a sell stop? Sell stop to the low. So if we get a break below here and we get a pull back, we can maybe just get a sell stop to the low coming down to fill the rest of the range. Now where is the rest of the range? Well, these ones, this would have to be too partial. The target. See, because look, this it doesn't drive. The next 4 then comes back up. Coming from the top. Ooh. Means a new four can come back in at any point and catch it out, really. Yeah, it's not I'm not liking it really, guys. Not liking it. I think it's in an area. I mean, look at all these zones where they all close at different levels. It's in an awful area. Where price is at the minute. This it's just disgusting. And I think this, if anywhere you're going to get caught out, it's in here. It's in these areas. I mean, look where price all, and that's exactly where we're at. So, I mean, the 4 hour is technically closed below. Yeah, it's closed below. So it's just whether you get a top wick and then you come and fill the wick or whatever. But I don't know if I can take anything at the minute. I think I'd need to clear all these ranges, and it's not going to happen in London session. It's probably going to happen in New York. So I'll be jumping on to New York session, mind. Unfortunately, we don't trade live on YouTube for New York session. If you want to come and join us and trade live with us, you can look to join Relentless. It's a members only session. Unfortunately, right, guys. So we're on 100% stream win rate. Okay. And this is the reason why I have 100%. That's why my win rate's so high, because I just, everything has to line up, and there was one thing what didn't line up for me there, and that was that 4 hour. But now it's in an area which I just don't like. I need to get away from these areas, so it's either got to break to the high or the low. I think New York, a couple more forward candles, another forward candle, see where that ends up. Hopefully that can break out. There's no news today either to push it. But yeah, it's a no trade day for me, guys, unfortunately. So thanks for watching. I'll be back on. I'm on every day this week, so from 8 AM normally. Right, once I sort the kids out in the morning. 8 AM onwards, I'll be on. So I'll be back on tomorrow. If you like what you see, hit the like button for us, it'll be much appreciated. Subscribe to the channel, and you'll get notified when we go live. Other than that, reach out to us on social media, join our free Discord, and yeah, see if we can help you out. Alright, guys, right, I am off. I will catch you later. If you are trading today, good luck. Yeah, good luck. I hope you catch some pips. So I'll catch you later, guys. Bye bye.